When it comes to money, money is power. Money is greed. Money is wealth. Money is a very sensitive subject to talk about, especially when it comes to financial issues and money management. So in this video, I want to talk about those sensitive subjects, 10 money making mistakes that a lot of people make. And for those of you that don't know, my name is Christian Cicada. In this channel, I like to talk about financial independence and investments. And if that's something you guys do like, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to make sure every time I upload a video, you get notified. And kind of the reason I'm making this video is to point out the risk factors in having poor finances. So let's face it, we are all human beings. We love to travel, we love to interact with people. But if we have poor money management, that kind of limits us to what we can and cannot do. It doesn't matter how much money you make per year. If you're consistently making money mistakes, you will never go where you desire. For example, if you've been working hard for this past year to go on vacation to Hawaii and just to sit down and relax, and that may be limited or maybe even canceled if you're having poor money choices or if you're consistently bleeding money through your pockets. And trust me guys, I'm making this video to make sure you guys go to Hawaii. So without further ado guys, let's get on with the 10 money mistakes. So this first money mistake I want to talk about may or may not offend many people. Why? Because money mistake number one is investing into cigarettes or purchasing cigarettes overall. Did you guys know a pack of cigarettes, depending on where you live, costs $6.28? An average smoker smokes a pack a day, and that could easily tally up to $188 per month or $2,292 every year. And depending on where you live, the price per pack would vary. For example, in New York City, the price for one pack of cigarettes is $10.62, meaning you'll be wasting a lot more money per month and per year if you are living in New York City and you're investing yourself into cigarettes. So let's just picture this. Let's say you're smoking a pack a day ranging from $6.28. So it will roughly be $2,200. Let's say for this example, if you invest those $2,200 into the stock market for an average of 20 years and getting an average return of, let's say, 5 to 6%, in 20 years, you would get a return of $100,000. Instead of wasting $2,200 every year, you'll be gaining $100,000 at the end of 20 years. So if it's up to me, investing into a pack of cigarettes or investing into my financial future and wasting money that's really not going anywhere, that might really hurt my health and hurt my lungs, I would choose my financial freedom over a pack of cigarettes any day of the week. So, money mistake number two is buying a brand new car. Why? Because many people think buying a brand new car is a valuable asset, but an asset is basically something that gives you a lot of value and appreciation. And appreciation is basically increase in value with time. And if you guys think a car is an asset, you are completely wrong. A car is a liability. Why? Because it is probably one of the only assets that has depreciation, lowers value with time. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but the moment you guys drive your brand new car out of the parking lot of the dealership, your car automatically loses 10% of its value. So let's just picture this. You guys need to pay a down payment of, let's say, $1,000 to $2,000 just to get the car. Then you will need to get approved from a bank to get a loan. And the bank obviously needs to make money, so they have to charge you guys interest on this car. So you're gonna be paying monthly payments, you're gonna be paying interest rates for this bank, and you wasted $1,000 to $2,000 on a down payment for your brand new car. So you have your car, but that's not all. You need to pay basically a higher premium insurance for this car. Why? Because you need to protect the bank's property. So instead of getting a PIP insurance, which is a little insurance that you could get for a used car, you need to get a full coverage insurance, which is a lot more costly for many people. And let's not mention the higher maintenance rates for newer cars. If you have a car that's 2 or 3 years older, you could get parts that are easily accessible for that particular car. But since your car is so new, you will need to get specific parts at specific retail prices to fix your car if it ever does need maintenance. So basically, you're wasting a lot of money on a car that you could probably trade in 2 or 3 years down the line. And not to mention all the payments you'll be paying. Buying a brand new car just doesn't make sense to me. You're gonna be driving in a brand new car, but you're gonna be losing value with each and every mile. But you're still gonna be paying the overall cost like if it's a brand new car. So don't buy a brand new car, guys. Buy a used car, which is a lot easier to buy. You could easily purchase it with cash in hand. You could pay it in full. You could pay lower interest rates and insurance, and parts are easily accessible to maintain, easier to fix. So next on the list for money mistakes is excessive shopping or overspending. And many people get really excited the moment they get their paychecks on Fridays and they see their bank account. Their bank account has X amount of money. Let's say you get a good bank account, you did a lot of overtime this particular week or the particular 2 weeks, and you have more money to splurge on yourself. So you like to diversify yourself. You like to go shopping, you like to buy shoes, you like to buy brand new clothes, you like to buy brand new stuff for your significant other, and you do excessive shopping. And I understand sometimes it's good to spoil yourself, but it's not good to over spoil yourself. Why? Because then that becomes a financial strain for many people. Let me give you guys an example. Let's say you're missing a gallon of milk for your house, that you want to get some cereal, let's say in this example, and you go to Target. Once you're inside Target and you see all these beautiful deals and all these beautiful discounts that Target is promoting, you completely forget my gallon of milk. So at the end, you'll come outside with a shopping cart full of stuff, clothes, food, electronics, and you completely forget your gallon of milk. So a really good way to kind of slow you down and limit yourself from excessive shopping or excessive spending is basically to have an automatic withdrawal from your bank account to a savings account or to another different account, where you kind of trick yourself and seeing a lower amount in your bank account. And that kind of forces you to not use that much money if you're inside Target. So guys, please don't forget your gallon of milk. Next on the list is not using your credit wisely. And it's really important for everybody to know this. When it comes to your credit cards or your overall credit usage is 30% of your overall credit. So the more you use your credit, the lower your credit score will be. And if you use your credit wisely, you could really use it to your advantage. You could really use it to leverage and have more breathing room when it comes to your overall finances. But with improper use, it could really be a double-edged sword, meaning you could have a very low credit score and you could have an extra bill on top of the other bills you have to think of, and it's basically giving you another mental strain on top of all the mental strains that everybody has in their daily lives. So it's really important to kind of use your credit score or your credit wisely and always pay attention to what exactly is going on in your credit. So just remember this, the more you use your credit and the more you have on your credit cards, the more interest you'll pay. And interest is the #1 killer to credit scores and your overall credit when it comes to your credit usage. So please guys, pay attention to your credit scores, pay attention to how much you're using your credits, and use them wisely. It could really save you guys a lot of money and avoid all those interest payments and those late fees if you have late fees on your credit cards. Money mistake number 5 is not understanding your debt. And this one is a really big killer, because when people don't understand how much debt they have or what they have to do to get out of debt, there's where a lot of financial issues start to happen. And I'm not saying that all debt is bad. There's some good debt, but when you have debt and you don't have a plan to get out of debt, or you don't quite know why you're in debt or what's going on with your debt, then there's where all debt becomes bad debt. And it's not a really good idea to drown yourself too quickly in all this debt. Why? Because it becomes a financial strain on yourself, or it will become a financial strain on anybody, and then it will start to get to you mentally. If you have a financial plan and you kind of understand what's going on with your debt, why you're in debt, the reasons for being in debt, then you can start to slowly chip away at your debt and have a proper plan in place to get yourself out of debt. And a good way to understand and to start chipping away at your debt is simple: to start living below your means, so you could kind of see what's going on and you could kind of decide how much money you want to put away to the side every month to start throwing at your debt, to start lowering your debts. Also, another thing that's really important, don't try to get out of debt too quickly. Getting out of debt takes time and it takes patience, depending on how much debt you as an individual have. Okay, so many people like to rush it and throw all their money in it, all their extra cash in it, but that's not a really good idea because it's always good to have a financial safety net just in case anything happens. So when it comes to debt, have a plan, really understand your debt and slowly start to chip away at your debt, and that could give you a lot more financial breathing room in the long run. And that's basically not understanding your debt. And now I want to talk about people that don't have an emergency fund, and this one is really important for many people. So let's face it, things tend to happen at the worst times. Your car could break down, you could have a speeding ticket, or you could have a surprise visit at the hospital. And if you don't have an emergency fund, how do people pay those bills? Well, usually they'll take out a loan or use their credit thinking they'll pay off these bills later on in the future. And that's the wrong way to go. As fast as your emergency happens is as fast as you should pay off those emergency funds when it comes about. Many people don't even have $1,000 in their savings for the rainy days, and the amounts of money you should have in your emergency fund should range from 6 to 9 months of your total salary. So let's say you lose your job, you will have 6 to 9 months of leveraging and bills being paid, so you can kind of get up on your feet and you can have this time frame to prepare yourself and get ready for what's coming next. 6 to 9 months gives you 6 to 9 months. You understand? And another thing, when it comes to emergency funds, only use it for dire emergencies. The newest sneakers or the newest heels or the newest clothing brand that's coming out with a brand new piece of clothing is not an emergency. So treat this like a bill. Try to put some money in it every month, and trust me, it will help out in the long run because cars do break down. Stuff does happen. An emergency fund is just to make sure you guys are covered and you guys don't put more debts on your name. It's just to make sure you guys are leveraging your money right and using your money properly. So let me ask you guys a question, and let's be truthful here, okay? Because one of the number one reasons many people have financial strains with their finances is not having a budget, okay? So how many of you have a budget? Please comment down below and let me know how many of you do have a budget and really follow through with your budget plans, because it's really important to know how much of your money is coming in and how much of your money is coming out. It's really important to take control of your finances and not let your finances be in control of you. You could have all the money in the world, but with improper uses of your money and not having a set budget for your money, you'll end up being in total debt to the money that you once had. And it kind of limits you moving forward, and it holds you back on your financial goals that are you so trying to set. And a basic concept for your budget, I'm going to talk about this really briefly, is the 50-30-20% rule. 50% of your total income should go to your expenses, as in housing, car notes, medical bills. 30% of your salary should go to your lifestyle choices, as in dining out, partying, drinking, clubbing, whatever you want. And the rest of your 20% should go to your savings, investments, or emergency funds. And that's a really good concept into kind of controlling into how much money you're kind of using, and it limits you and it kind of holds you back in a good way to not use so much money in one shot. And it does give you some little bit of money to do whatever you want. So it's always kind of good to save, do what you want, and pay off your bills at the same time. So the 50-30-20% rule is a really good starting point for many people if they want to start a budget. All right, guys, we are in money mistake number 8. And if you guys have stuck with me here so far, thank you guys very much. And money mistake number 8 is basically not having multiple streams of income. And this one is really important for many people. Matter of fact, for everybody, because everybody in some way, they have their own tough times, okay? A lot of people are only relying on their 9-to-5 job to pay off all their bills. But sometimes, let's face it, a 9-to-5 job sometimes, all the time, is not enough income to pay off your housing, your expenses, and have a little bit more money to save or invest in what you guys want. And having multiple streams of income gives you guys more leverage, more room to grow, and more financial breathing room overall. And some of the different streams of income you could have, it's either could be active or passive. Active streams of income could go from anywhere from selling a product that you've made, or selling a piece of clothing, or getting another part-time job. Or you could get a passive streams of income as in dividend stocks or real estate investing. So having multiple streams of income is always good to have. Again, it can help you grow long run, and your little side hustle could one day soon be your main hustle and get rid of your 9-to-5 job and you could just do your side hustle all the time. So just having multiple streams of income could probably even make you happier and have more cash flow in your hands and to leverage more and to give you guys more opportunities. So it's really important to not make this money mistake, because let's face it, things are still getting expensive, and having multiple streams of income could probably afford your lifestyle. All right, guys, so many people that have followed me in this channel, they know I like to talk a lot about investments, and that's one of the biggest things now. This is money mistake number 9, and that is they are not investing in stocks or bonds. Many people are leaving their money in their savings account or under the mattress or in a shoe or in a sock, and that is the wrong way to go because of what? Because of inflation. Every year inflation takes 2% of your money. So your dollar is not worth $1 next year, it'll be worth 98 cents. But if you do investments, or if you invest into real estate like rental properties, you'll be gaining cash flow every month. Or if you put your money into ETFs, stocks, or bonds. And on average in the stock market, you'll be gaining either 4 to 6% of your investment back. So instead of losing 2%, you'll probably be gaining 2 to 4% of your money after inflation. So let's say one day you wake up, one day you're really happy or you're going crazy, and you take your money out under your mattress and you decide to invest it into stocks or bonds or ETFs. If you leave $1,000 into your stocks and you just leave your $1,000, and let's say you gain an average return of 5% per year, within 10 to 15 years, your $1,000 will be $2,600. But remember, when it comes to investments, you should always try to invest consistently. So instead of having $2,600, and if you keep investing consistently, your $1,000 could one day be $50,000 to even $100,000, and that's a lot better than having your $1,000 under your mattress or your $2,000 under the mattress. You're not getting any interest, you're losing money because of inflation. It's just better to do investments, and that's a really big money mistake in my opinion, because a lot of people should be investing in whatever they want, because there's many different types of investments, and I just mentioned 2: rental properties or stocks. Do your research and do some sort of investments to make sure your money is safe long term and you're not wasting your money. Also, it's also important to not put all your money into investments. Okay, I know I'm a little contradicting myself a little bit, but it's always good to have some money in your savings account for what? For your emergency funds. Just make sure you do your proper research and your due diligence before you do investing, and make sure your money is safe in the long run. Money mistake number 10, and this is the really most important one that I kind of want to really get a heart-to-heart with you guys, okay? And that is basically ignoring the fact that you guys are having money mistakes. You are completely ignoring your money, okay? You know your money is going nowhere. You know your money is not growing. You know all these things are happening. You know you have no budget. You know you have no emergency fund. Why haven't you guys taken the first step into success? Like even alcoholics, when they go to AA meetings, the first step they have to take is what? So if an alcoholic or other people that are having issues can admit that they are having issues, why can't my people, my viewers, my audience admit that they are having financial difficulties, but knowing the problem, and they are not taking the proper steps into bettering themselves? And that one is really frustrating, because many people know they have goals. Many people know they have certain things they want to do in the future. Many people want to go to Hawaii. But why haven't you taken the proper steps into planning your future, into your vacation to go to Hawaii? Why are people still overspending and buying shopping carts of clothes or items instead of buying their gallon of milk that they so claim to have? And that's just one of the things that puts a lot of strain in many people's pockets. You should be aware of your money. You should be taking care of your money, because at the end of the day, again, money is power, money is greed, money is wealth. And if you're ignoring your money, you are losing control of your money. If you're ignoring your money, you are losing total control of your money. Therefore, your money is controlling you. So please don't ignore your money. Know what's going on with your finances and take control. Make a budget, make an emergency fund, start investing, start just taking the proper steps into financial freedom or financial goals, or the goals that you guys want to achieve. And that one's a really powerful one to me, because everybody has seen their friends, their family members that have always wanted to buy a brand new house or a Lamborghini or whatever they wanted to buy, but they're not taking the proper steps in educating themselves financially, not making a budget, not doing this, not doing that. and there's no way they're going to achieve those goals if they're not taking the proper steps. Okay, so ignoring your money is my number one biggest money mistake that anybody could have. So don't ignore your money, take the proper steps. So basically, to summarize, those are the 10 money mistakes that I've seen that I personally feel that everybody is doing. Those money mistakes is really draining everybody's pockets. Those money mistakes is really holding everybody back from being financially free and financially independent. If you guys start taking control of your money and start knowing where your money's coming in or your money's coming out, you will be more in control of your future, more in control of your finances. And I know all of you could be in control. I know all of you could be leaders. I know all of you could be in control of your finances. Don't let money run over you. Remember, it's just a piece of paper that you have the power to choose and you have the power to control it. So remember, guys, just use your money wisely and move your money wisely. So if this video has brought you guys any value whatsoever, make sure you please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. My name is Christian Zakeda. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.